Yo, what's going on everybody? TK and I'm back here with a brand new NBA 2K16 rebuilding historic teams, and in today's video we're going to be rebuilding the 97-98 Los Angeles Lakers. This team had Shaquille O'Neal, Eddie Jones, Nick Van Exel, Kobe Bryant, Rick Fox, Robert Horry, as well as Campbell, and then after that it just takes a huge decline and overall. And going to the player stats, we want to save a lot of salary cap, so we're going to be trading a lot of these players. So our first trade, we're going to trade Eddie Jones, Campbell, and John Barry, and I also want to trade Horry, and that's pretty much it. I just want to save a lot of salary cap so we can sign someone in the offseason. So once I make all those trades, I'll make sure to tell you guys. Okay guys, in our first trade, we're going to be trading Eddie Jones to the Philadelphia 76ers for their 2016 first round draft pick, as well as Isaiah Cannon. This saves a lottery salary cap, especially one thing I really like about this trade is that we get Philadelphia's first round draft pick. And now the next couple of trades we're going to make is Campbell, Robert Horry, and then Barry. Okay guys, in our next trade we're going to be trading Eldon Campbell for Devin Marble, and we have one more trade in mind as we freed all of our salary cap, and I want to go out and get the 2016 Washington Wizards first round draft pick, because it usually is a lottery draft pick, and we want multiple lottery draft picks. They want the Philly, they want Nick Van Exel. I'm going to do this trade for Ish Smith, as well as our 2017 first round draft pick and our 2018 second round draft pick for the 2018 Washington Wizards first round draft pick, as well as Marcin Gortat. And I'm probably going to be using Gortat as a trade option later down in the season. So going to the player contracts right now, we have $22 million in cap space, and so we're looking pretty good for free agency, and this is what the roster is looking like for season number 1. Like I said, I'm just trying to rebuild this team, get a lot of draft picks, and really build the team from there, and especially in free agency. So starting point guard, Nick Van Exel, Kobe Bryant, it's Rick Fox, Marcin Gortat, and then Shaquille O'Neal. And then the bench is just horrible with Isaiah Cannon, Elton Brand, Corey Blunt, and pretty much it. So the players are going to go Kobe. Actually, it's going to go Shaq, Kobe, and then why not Nick Van Exel. So if we do make a trade for Gortat, I'll make sure to tell you guys before the season ends. But if I don't, I'll make sure to tell you guys at the end. Okay guys, at the end of the season, Russell Westbrook wins MVP, Jahlil Okafor wins Rookie of the Year, John Henson wins Sixth Man, Anthony Davis Defensive Player of the Year, CJ McCollum Most Improved, and Billy Donovan is your Coach of the Year. Shaquille O'Neal, as we see, did make All NBA First Team. And going to the standings right here, we did finish with a record of 47-35, which is good enough to make the playoffs in the Western Conference. And going to the player stats, Shaquille O'Neal averaged 20 points as well as 12 rebounds. Kobe Bryant averaged 17, and he also added 3 rebounds and 4 assists. And then Van Exel averaged 17, 2 rebounds, and 7 assists. And Marcin Gortat also had a good season, almost averaging a double-double. And in our first round matchup, we are going up against the 3-seeded Los Angeles Clippers. And let's simulate game by game as we jump out to an early 2-0 lead. Can we go 3-0? Can we sweep them? And yes, we do, as we're going on to face the Portland Trailblazers, who beat Golden State. Let's go over and look at their roster. Hopefully they didn't make any trades, as they have Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, and they really didn't make any trades. Actually, they didn't make any at all. But, you know, Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum is going to be a hard task in front of us. And they take game 1. They take game 2. We come back 2-1, 2-2, 3-2. And we are moving on to face the OKC Thunder. And we rarely... Anytime I play OKC and NBA 2K, it's one of the hardest teams. It's so hard to beat, even any roster you have. So let's go look at their team. And they got Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, and they did sign DeAndre Jordan, traded for him. And that looks like all. So we're going to simulate current rounds. Oh, down 3-0. And it looks like we're going to get swept. And like I said, I'm not surprised by that at all. It looks like Cleveland's going to win the NBA championship. And your finals MVP is going to be LeBron James. In 7 games, at 38 minutes, 27 points per game, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists. Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen all decided to retire and all elected into the Hall of Fame. So we're going to simulate here to the staff signing. We're going to see what pick we get. Hopefully we can get a lottery pick. And it looks like we will be getting the 5th pick, and we should have another pick of the 11th pick, and we also have the 24th pick. So if Ben Simmons does fall to number 5, which is highly unlikely, more than likely I'll trade that pick, but I'll see you guys in the NBA draft. Okay guys, here in rookie signings, we did get Brandon Ingram with the 5th overall pick, as well as Demetrius Jackson, as well as Ben Batil, and I am very happy with our NBA draft. And Van Exel is going to test free agency, and that's pretty much the only person I really wanted to bring back. And we will see how much salary cap we do have, as it looks like we have $41 million to play with in this year's free agency, and not as many good players as I thought they were going to be. So I'm going to re-sign Van Exel, offer a contract to Drummond, Howard as well, I'm guessing. Let's see if we can bring him back to LA, and then I might sign a couple bench players that can help us out, because our bench was just horrible this past season, and I feel like if we got a better bench, we probably can make a deeper run into the playoffs. And why not offer a contract to Jamal Crawford, and then probably one last one to Lance Stevenson. And let's see, so Nick Van Exel is accepting another offer, as well as Andre Drummond, as well as Evan Turner. So it looks like we are going to lose our starting point guard, so we're going to have to go back out and maybe make a trade for a point guard if Rajon Rondo is not here. So I'm going to leave a good amount of salary cap left, so I'm just going to sign Dwight Howard, and hopefully Rajon Rondo is still here, so we can offer him a contract. That is a good thing, and hopefully he'll come on, and he's accepting another offer. So that means that we're going to have to go out and actually, I'm going to offer a contract to J.R. Smith. Let's see if he will accept, and he's accepting another offer. So what this basically means is that we're going to have to make a trade for a point guard, and once I make that trade, I'll make sure to tell you guys. Okay guys, we're going to be trading Marcin Gortat as well as the 2018 pick for Dennis Schroeder, and Dennis Schroeder is now going to be our starting point guard for season number 2. So going to the player stats, it's going to go Dennis Schroeder, Kobe Bryant, Brandon Ingram, Ilyasova, as well as Shaquille O'Neal. And I'm actually going to put Howard as our starting power forward. And the bench is looking pretty good. It's better than last year, as we brought in Jamal Crawford, and Carlos Boozer looks like he made his way to LA. So that's what the team's looking like for season number 2. If we do make a trade, I'll make sure to tell you guys, but if we don't, I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Okay guys, coming to the end of the season, Russell Westbrook wins MVP, Ben Simmons wins Rookie of the Year, Brandon Knight wins Sixth Man, Anthony Davis wins Defensive Player of the Year, Marcus Smart wins Most Improved, and our coach wins Coach of the Year, bringing us Los Angeles Lakers to a 16-22 record, which is best for first in the Western Conference. And going to the player stats right there, Kobe Bryant, 20 points a game. So he's been doing his thing for the last couple of years. Shaquille O'Neal, 19 points as well as 11 rebounds. Dwight Howard, 12 and 10. Brandon Ingram averaged 11, 4 and 4. So a good rookie season for him. And it looks like our bench did their thing, as well as Jamal Crawford did his thing. So in our first round matchup, we're going up against the Los Angeles Clippers, and they're taking game 1. We come back 1-1, 2-1 us, 3-1 us, and we're going on to face the San Antonio Spurs in our next matchup. So similar to game 1, they take it. This is going to be a very hard matchup. Tied up 1-1. We take a 2-1 lead, take a 3-1 lead. Oh, 3-2. Oh boy, they forced a game 7 as we lose by 4 points. Kawhi Leonard had himself a game. They got LaMarcus Aldridge, Tony Parker, and it looks like they do no longer have Tim Duncan. So we're going to simulate this one with Simcast. Hopefully we can come out with a victory. Good first quarter. Good second quarter. And it looks like we will come out with a victory. And we're going on to the conference finals. And we're going to return to the calendar as we are facing the Golden State Warriors. And obviously they have Steph Curry, the Splash Brothers, on the team. Draymond Green, Andre Iguodala, added Patty Mills, as well as Jody Meeks, Austin Rivers, Ben McLemore. So they brought a lot more shooters on the team. And this is going to be a very hard matchup. They were 3 seeds, so they take game 1. They take a 2-0 lead. Shaquille O'Neal. Let me auto-generate the rosters. The coaching game plan right here. So Dennis Schroeder, Kobe Bryant, Brandon Ingram, Chris Humphries. It looks like he's starting for us, and I actually want him to come off the bench and Dwight Howard start. Oh, 3-0. Klay Thompson, Steph almost averaged like 30 points in that one game. So we're gonna simulate, and we have been eliminated by the Golden State Warriors, and I actually did not predict that. I actually thought we were going to go to the NBA Finals, but actually lose, and it looks like Draymond Green is your Finals MVP. So we're going to go to my free agents, as we probably don't have a lottery pick because we were first in the Western Conference. So I'm going to simulate to my free agents. Hopefully no one big is in free agency, and it looks like Dennis Schroeder is. And I think if we do, I know Chris Paul is here if he did decline, and we have $6 million, so we don't have enough to know. So Chris Paul is not here, so we're going to offer, actually, let's offer, so we're going to offer a contract to Dennis Schroeder, bring him back on the team, and it looks like we're just going to run with that team one more season. So I might actually make a trade to get a power forward. Okay guys, in our next trade, we are going to be trading Dwight Howard as well as DJ Augustine for DeAndre Jordan, and we are bringing back Ish Smith. So now we have that beast front court, and we are still in need for a small forward, but I'm going to change, I'm going to probably change Shaquille O'Neal. So we're going to edit player. Hopefully he can play power forward and it does not decrease his overall. So we're going to put him to power forward, and it looks like he can play power forward. So let's just put his position to power forward, and it should not bring down his overall at all, and it does not. So it looks like the starting lineup for season number 3 is going to be Michael Carter-Williams, Kobe Bryant, Brandon Ingram, Shaquille O'Neal, DeAndre Jordan, and we have a pretty good bench as well. So if we do make a trade, I'll make sure to tell you guys, but more than likely I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Okay guys, coming to the end of the season, Kevin Durant is your MVP. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. Chris Dunn wins 6 Man of the Year. Anthony Davis is your Defensive Player of the Year. Shelvin Mack is Most Improved. And our coach wins Coach of the Year for back-to-back years, leading our team to a 57-25 record. And going to the standings right here, we did finish first yet again in the Western Conference. And right below us was the OKC Thunder as well as the Golden State Warriors. And Portland just behind the Golden State Warriors. And going to player stats, Kobe Bryant averaged 23 points, Shaq averaged 20, and averaged 11 rebounds, so a double-double for him. Brandon Ingram, another good season, 12 points, as well as 4 rebounds and 4 assists. Michael Carter-Williams, who is out for the season, had a good year as well. And DeAndre Jordan did his thing on the boards as well, blocking a lot of shots for us. And in our first-round matchup, we are going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves, and hopefully we can come out with a victory as they tied up 1-1. We take a 2-1 lead, a 3-1 lead, and we are moving on to face the Portland Trailblazers. Looking at their team, they should have a pretty good team. Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, Amino, and Biyombo's day-to-day. Ed Davis, Zach Randolph. So it looks like him and Charlie. And it looks like they added Zach Randolph as well as Charlie Villanueva. And so we're going to be simulating game by game as they jump out to an early 1-0 lead, 2-0 lead. We come back 2-1, 2-2, 3-2, Game 7, and we move on to face the OKC Thunder. Looking at Game 7, we did beat them by 19 points as Shaq almost had a 20-20 game. Kobe Bryant 21 points, and actually, that was kind of a bad game for, actually, not really, but I thought our bench should be doing better. So, we're going up against the OKC Thunder as we jump out to an early 1-0 lead. 1-1, 2-1 OKC, 2-2, 3-2, and we have been eliminated. And I don't know how that happens. OKC is just one of the hardest teams to beat in 2K. And Elfrid Payton is your Finals MVP in 31 minutes, averaging 9 points, 3 rebounds, and 11 assists. And going over the team one last time, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, DeAndre Jordan, Brandon Ingram, Ish Smith, Jarnell Stokes, Demetrius Jackson, Rick Zava, Chris Humphries, Ben Battelle, Michael Carter-Williams. So, if you guys do want to see more rebuilding videos, make sure to slap that like button, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys next.